Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and today I am bringing you a 2 vs 2 in Total War Attila. This is the vanilla game, and it is pretty epic. Some very good tactics going on by the Alans and the Burgundians on this flank. And on this flank, we've got the Western Roman Empire and the Ostrogoths. So I've got it on slow motion. We'll kind of take a look at the army counts before we get the battle started. You can see it's very short, only about 10 minutes, but the Allied man total 5280 and the enemy total 5120. So looking at the Western Roman Empire, he's got some Scholae Palatinae. Looks like he's got a number of them. I'd say 4 units, and then a Master Militum for his general. Then he's got a lot of these elite Palatina. It's about 4 units of them. Then he's got some Western Auxilia Palatina. So heavy on the spears. He's got 4 units of them. And then he's got 4 units of Sagittari. So bringing a good mix. I'd say a good rounded army for the Western Roman Empire. He's got good archery presence, he's got a good solid spear wall, and he's got some swords to back it up with a good amount of cav. Looking over here at the Ostrogoths, he's got some of these Euvenes. I don't know if that's exactly how you say it, but he's got 4 units of them, 2 on either flank. They're a medium axe infantry, and it looks like they got some silver chevron upgrades. And then the meat of the Ostrogoths in the front, he's got these Milites Commentances. Love the color of the shields, really, really nice. So he's got 4 units of them. And then behind he's got 4 units of Sagittari. Or probably Sagittarii, is how you would say it. And then he's going more for some good shock cav. So he's got some noble Gothic Lancers. His general is a Colmes. And he's got completely upgraded 3 gold chevrons there. And he's, I think he had 2 other units over here. Yes, he does. So looking at the at the Burgundians, 4 units of scattershot hurlers, and 3 units of Germanic pikes. Then he's got 6 units of Burgundian axemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. And then he has a lot of these Royal Lancers, so very, very good cav. Tier 3 heavy shock cav. So they're going to definitely make their presence known on the battlefield. General is Germanic nobles. And the last player, the Alans, he's got some elite Sarmatian cataphracts. I did discuss in the last battle that we saw them. I just don't think that they're worth it because they're so high-priced. The lower tier cav seems to do just as well. But regardless, he's got some Sarmatian band, so, you know, tier 1, pretty trash. And then in the front, he's got some elite Agache warriors. So these guys are excellent armor-piercing damage. They're going to tear apart that shield wall of the Western Roman Empire. And he's got a lot of Alani swordsmen as well, so you can tell a lot of gold. I love the Alanis for their gold cuirass. You can just see all of their men lining up very epically. So let's kind of zoom out and see what's going on the battlefield. So it looks right off the bat that the Western Roman player is ready to kind of curl up. He's happy in his defensive position. But the Ostrogoths kind of have another idea, so they're actually moving forwards. And right off the bat, I think you can tell that this is a major problem. The communication between these allies is not there. They need to be moving up at the same time. They need to be on the same page. If you take a look over at the Burgundians and the Alans, sorry, I had a brain fart there, you can see that they're moving really close together. And what the Burgundian player is actually doing is he's kind of baiting in the Ostrogoths. You can see the Ostrogoths are wanting to move forwards, but the Burgundians are just going to pull back and kind of almost take this ridge over here, which is a good play. You can see a lot of his infantry is being pulled into the Alani ranks, so he's going to be moving these Burgundian axemen. That's going to be a good combo with the Sarmatian band and Alani swordsmen to really crack that spear wall. But the Ostrogoth player, he's just going to continue on. He's not going to slow down. He's going to keep pushing forwards his men. But the Western Roman Empire is staying where he is. So that's a bit of a problem. We can go ahead and put it on play for now. I just wanted to kind of set that stage so you guys can see what's going on. Look at this, though. That is... Let's try to get a cinematic shot of all of them charging forward. So many men. Wow. Really, really nice looking there. See the Western Roman Empire getting ready to go. So there's kind of a little bit of baiting back and forth between the cav. Got some of the cav charging into the, going for the archers, but they're going to actually pull back from that. They see that the Western Roman cav is there watching. Or is that might actually be the Ostrogothic cav. I believe it is. Yeah, didn't look Roman enough. But if we zoom out just to kind of see before the final clash, you can see that the left wing of the Western Roman Empire is kind of pulling back. He's not really supporting his wing very much. He's a little intimidated, and rightly so. There is some of the Royal Lancers, 3 units peeled off from the main army to kind of join the Alani cav. And let's go ahead and get this this shot here. There we go, finally charging in. Nice, we got the Axemen for the Burgundians going in as well. Very nice. But look how many men are on this one flank here. The Western Roman Empire, he's had to actually deploy a couple units of his elite Palatine to try to hold back the Alani swordsmen, but it's just not working. Yeah, they are making their presence known on this flank. Let's go ahead and turn it to slow-mo because you can see just how fast this battle is taken off. A lot of the Scolae Palatine for the Western Roman Empire is breaking to the greater presence of cav on this flank. The spears, as you can see in the center, they're already starting to break to the Burgundian axes and the Alani warriors. And look at the Ostrogoths. They are just sitting there. I honestly think that he was a little bit intimidated by the position of the Germanics. But if you look at it, yeah, he's got a couple units of cav, but he's got, what, 2 units of pikes and 4 units of axes. You definitely outnumber him. He needed to charge forwards. He's just getting picked off by the scattershot slingers. He does have them in shield wall, which is good, but he's sending over some of his axes, but at this point it's too late. It's too late. So now the Western Roman Empire is just getting destroyed by the Alani and Burgundian alliance. Which is tough to see. It's tough to see. You can see that the Burgundian axes are starting to flank around the Palatine as well. We've got some of the Agache warriors as well. With their excellent armor-piercing damage, they're just going to rip through these elite warriors of the Western Roman Empire. Ooh. Yeah. Let's take a look at what the cav is doing. The cav has just been so quick in this battle. You can see that the general for the Western Roman Empire is already breaking. And he's got his cav with some of the noble Gothic Lancers trying to hold back the enemy, but with the teamwork that was involved, there just isn't enough cav on this flank. It's already too late. But they are holding as best as they can. Nice colors for the Western Roman Empire as well. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the Scole Palatine, I believe that they're pretty cheap as far as cav goes. But the Salmation Cataphracts, like, they're just so expensive. I don't know. In my opinion, I just don't think that they're worth it. But we've got some of the Palatine holding on here. It's kind of like a little last stand. The Alani swords just doing a pretty lot of damage. But they're breaking as well, unfortunately. You can see just the river has kind of been opened. Not a lot of men for the Western Roman Empire left. We do have some fighting over on this flank here. We got some spears kind of charging in. It's like their last charge almost. But they're just so outnumbered at this point. It's really just a fool's errand charging in. If I was one of these spearmen, I think I would take my chance at the noose rather than charge in here. But the colorful circle shields behind are actually the Ostrogoths. So they are finally coming in to help out their Western Roman ally, but unfortunately there isn't really much of them left. Which is hard to see. It's hard to see when teammates don't attack together, but the #1 rule in Total War, you must attack together. He does have some of his noble Gothic Lancers, but at this point, really, he should have just committed. To be honest, when that first clash went down with the 2v1 going on right in the center here, where this line is, I think already at that point it was too late. Too late to make a difference. But let's see how these Gothic Axemen fare against the elite Agashai warriors. I'm kind of having to keep most of the battle on slow-mo because it's so quick. It's almost like Blitzkrieg. The way that the two, the Burgundians and the Alani, they just really good tactics and just pretty much obliterated the Western Roman player in about 5 minutes. And surprisingly, still haven't engaged over here. I don't know. That's a little worrisome. But I think we obviously know who's going to be the victor of this engagement. But really, it wasn't close, but it was good tactics. And it's tactics that if you want to be successful in Total War, you need to be watching this video. He does have his archers firing in, but they're not going to do anything at this point. This wasn't really even much of a hill. I would have just committed with everything I had. I still may have lost, but I wouldn't have lost by that much. These poor archers are gonna get cut down very quickly. Can go ahead and just turn back on the regular. So you guys can hear some of the battle sounds. And there they go. And here come the Ostrogoths. Ooh, throwing their Pila. Getting some good hits on the Burgundian Axemen. Heads are just flying everywhere between the two axe units. Victorious cheering. And it looks like we're finally moving forwards on the Ostrogothic side over here. Pushing forwards his men in shield wall. Oh, there's a bush in the way. We got some cav filtering over here. I don't know exactly what they're doing. Is this enemy cav? No, it's Royal Lances. What are they fighting? Oh, some Noble Gothic Lancers that broke. So you guys aren't missing much over here. It's pretty much all cleaned up. Nothing super awesome or cinematic to see. So we're going to focus on this fight for the end. Got the pikes charging in. They're probably going to get cut down pretty easily. They didn't really get their pikes down in time, but here come the Burgundian axes, charging in right behind. If you guys are making your own Total War videos and you want some good cinematic killing moves, you have to get a couple axe units. They always have the best killing moves. We even got some of the cav in there as well. How we looking over here? Yeah, the Palatine they're struggling. The Ostrogothic swords are just breaking so quickly. We got some cav coming in behind here. We got the general committing. Let's zoom down into this battle. But it looks like the general breaks there. So that's the end of the replay. Very, very quick battle, but very successful because of the fact that they attacked together. So James the Great was the one who submitted the replay. He's a subscriber of mine, so thank you very much for the replay. And Sijhar Thomas, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, but he was the Alani player. And then John Reese and Mimet Pasa 58, thanks very much for joining in this battle. And if these two players are new, that's not a problem. I know that with the recent Steam summer sale that Attila did go on sale, and there were a lot of new Attila players. So no fault to you guys, it's just a game. And hopefully you can learn from your mistakes. And always attack together. That's really the main key. But looking at James the Great's army, his pikes were pretty much garbage, but they're only 250 gold, so they're pretty cheap. Axe is doing quite good. One of them getting 331, one 352, so that's insane. I don't think that they're too expensive. They might be like 600 gold. Scattershot hurlers, not getting too many, but the Royal Lance is doing very well. 300, 308, 217. Looking at the Alani, the Salmation Band, obviously, actually that's pretty decent for how cheap they are, 70 and 40. Alani Swords doing well. The Elite Agashai Warriors is doing phenomenal. And the Cataphracts, like they did okay, I guess. We got some Salmation Cataphrat Lancers and some Elite Salmation Cataphrat Lancers. But I think that they still did pretty solid. Looking at the Western Roman Empire, unfortunately those spears, they just weren't going to hold against the two players. But the Elite Palatina did better. Archer's pretty much useless because the battle started so quickly. And his cav was okay. He was just okay. Looking at the Ostrogoths, really suffering, just because he didn't really get into the battle that quickly. But one unit did get 224 kills, so that's very good. But the Noble Gothic Lancers not doing that well for their price, and the General, for all the money he spent on it, not that good. But thanks very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more Attila content on my channel. And as always, I will see you in the next one.